Welcome back to the Seaboard Central, everyone. Last month we followed train 437 around the layout, and this month we're going to follow its counterpart, train 484. Here we see it leaving the shop, and he's going to pull high and clear the shop lead switch so the conductor can restore the switch back to the normal position. We see the light engines moving to pick up the rear portion of the train. Here we catch 484 easing to a stop at the end of the runaround track. We're able to pick up the head end part of its train. These cars in the runaround will end up being the Griffin block. It will be set out at Griffin. Today, 484 has 3 former BNSF units. All of them have been patched and renumbered and relettered for the Seaboard Central. To keep from having to make a long shove move, it made a whole lot more sense for 484 to pull its rear portion of its train up to this end of the runarounds and then pick up the head end part of the train. All 3 of these units are Kato units. They have low sound decoders, current keepers, and scale sound system speakers installed. We actually don't need the whole track, so we're going to pull down and make a cut on the cars. Activating drive hold simulates some heavy tonnage. Keep the speed low in these tracks. 10 mile per hour maximum authorized speed. Here we catch the Griffin block being set off. That was picked up from the runaround track earlier. It's being set off in South Yard track number 1, which is considered the inbound track. After that, 484 will reach over and pick up South Yard track 2, which are cars bound for Macon, Georgia. These cars will later be classified into the 3 locals that work out of Griffin Yard, going to various industries located in and around Griffin. I max out the deceleration value on all of my locomotives. So here I can throttle up, and then I can cut the power, and I can coast just like I would on real locomotives. And then using the brake feature, I can bring the train to a stop. Now we're ready to pull track 2 out. What I do is stretch the slack out, engage drive hold, and then increase the throttle. Again, that simulates the locomotive is lugging hard on the tonnage to pull it out of the track. You can release drive hold for just a second and then re-engage it. I'm going to do that a number of times till I get the train up to the speed I want to run, which will be no more than 10 miles an hour in the tracks, other than the main line. When I get ready to yard train 484, I'll stage the rear portion of its train here on the passing track at Griffin. After coupling back up to the main, I can run train 484 around the layout. When I get ready to yard train 484, I'll stage the rear portion of its train here on the passing track at Griffin. And then I'll pull the head-end portion of the train past the shop lead here. And I'll utilize one of the shop switchers to grab this head-end portion of the train to shove it off in the staging yard. Let's use the Tag 80 engine to reach out there and grab this block of cars off of 484. Now we shove it back into the staging. In this video, I'll show you a little update progress on the Argos facility. And you can see I've started added the conveyor belts. And they could be improved, but for now they're going to stand in. I'm sure in the future I'll add some more details to them to make them look even more accurate. You can see I've added some weathering around it. Also the pit for the cement hoppers. I painted the cement trucks, and these decals, these Argos decals, were done by Precision Design Company. Had them do the decals up for me. You can see I've added some cracks to the concrete and weathered the concrete. It was all spray painted with Model Master flat light aircraft gray paint to simulate concrete. In addition to the trucks, I made up some signs, and I had Precision Design Company do the decals for the signs. There's some more. These are just like what the prototype has. Another look at the conveyor system. And here's a look at the back side. You can see I've connected the silo to the main structure. And also I have another conveyor belt added to for the front end loader to load. And like I said, I may add some more to these conveyor systems to make them look more accurate. But for right now, I believe I have Argos far enough along to where I can start on the next industry. So, like always, thanks for watching. And if you're not a subscriber, I invite you to join. And until then, I'll see you next month.